That same government that we allow to raise our children is against us. But you listen to everything they say. You wave their flag. And if they say you ain't gotta wave your flag, here, wave this flag of red. Wave this flag of green. Wave this flag of black. You do it. Everything that your master tells you to do, every law that the government put down there, you make sure you do it. So they don't even have to do nothing. Let me tell you how crazy this is. You won't even follow the creator of all things, but as soon as this light turns red, everybody stops. You will follow the law of the land. They ain't even got to do nothing. Let's just make it colors. Let's color code it for them. If it's red, it stop. Yellow, slow down. Green, you go. We'll listen to them without even asking. But let me stand in the middle of the street. Little old me stand in the middle of the street with a red sign and just say stop. Let's see how long I get there before the police come to arrest me. Why? Don't I have the authority that they have? Who gave them authority? If they have authority, that means that they are the rulers. It said Christ came to save us. To save us. How are we saved? You got a question, bro? How are we saved? Sean. Yeah.
That we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant. The oath which he swore to our father Abraham, that he would grant unto us, that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear.
Might serve him without fear. This is that same thing when he said, Pharaoh, let my people go. So we can worship him and serve them without fear. You got a question, bro? About Emmanuel? Okay, what about Emmanuel?
Basically, that's how I was saying. That's in Isaiah. Most I was saying that he is the only no savior besides him.
Right. So you're saying in Isaiah, he said there's no savior besides him, right? So that means that no one else can save us but through him. But the authority of him, because he's an authority, right?
I never knew that, man.
Gotcha. So we're going to go into that. Yeah. One week.
Isaiah 7 and 14. Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Butter and honey shall he eat, that he may know to refuse the evil.
Read, start over at the top again.
Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign.
Lord our God will give us a sign. Him, nobody else. Him, our God will give us a sign.
Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel.
Call his name Emmanuel, right? What is Emmanuel? You know it right now.
Butter and honey shall he eat, that he may know to refuse the evil and choose the good.
So God gave us it. Nobody can save us through this but God. This is like we right now. If I'm bringing here, I am here through the Spirit of the Most High. Not Satan, not no other power, but the power of God. So only through him that we live. So even if he sent his only begotten son, he sent him. He sent him. Ain't no other Savior but me. This is his authority. He's an authority. This is my son who I am well pleased. This is my son Emmanuel. This is a sign that I will give you all, that this is the one. This is why our forefathers was always looking for a Savior, because they was prophesied. Good.
Isaiah 42 and 1. Behold my servant, whom I uphold, mine elect in whom my soul delighted.
His elect in whom he delighted. The Most High. This is who he's going to bring. His only begotten son. This is his authority. So that's just like me. If I rule, and this is my son, and I may come, and I tell him, you go out there and you tell me. It was my decree. It was my word. It was my doing that saved him. He was just as the intercessor there to help and to put out what I told him to do. But that came from me. Does that make sense? That's what that's talking about. That's what that's talking about. Exactly. Exactly. It's just like back then. Let's just look back there with the high priest. If the high priest was back there, they was doing it on the behalf of the people, right? Exactly. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Right? You want to keep reading?
Behold my servant whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. He shall not cry nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street. A bruised reed shall he not break, and a smoking flax shall he not quench. He shall bring forth judgment unto truth. He shall not fail nor be discouraged till he have set judgment in the earth, and the hour shall wait for his law. Verse 8, I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven image.
Can you break it down for me?
So basically the Most High won't give his glory to nobody else but Christ. He put his spirit upon Christ, the anointed, and he sent him to do all of these things. He's the Savior that he sent.
So this is why he say, hey, no, ain't nobody good but the Father. Christ ain't never take that. Why they trying to tell us Christ was trying to take authority and this and this? Christ ain't never take that. He said, I'm here to do the will of the Father. Exactly. It ain't me. It's the one who sent me. You hear what I'm saying? And then when people was like, well, he tried to equate himself to the Father. He said, nah, when you seen me, you seen the Father, because I'm doing everything my dad told me. This is like if I sent my son and they disrespected him. Nah, my Father sent me, so I'm here to represent everything that my Father. So if you seen me, my Father gonna tell you the same thing. My Father gonna tell you the same way. This is why he had to open it up and Christ, God himself say, this is my son, you are my well pleased, when he was baptizing those things. He had to put the seal on it. He had to have them to go up there. He had to allow Peter and them to see Elijah and Moses. But understand Christ and say, that's him, that's my son, this is the one. Make sense? So this is why we downtrodden as a people. How we free? How are we free when we still slaves to sin? How are we free when we still slaves to sin? When we still go out all day and just doing everything that our God told us not to do, understanding that sin is the transgression of what? The law. A lot of people, matter of fact, I want to do this one time too. A lot of people say, so that might have changed when Christ came because Christ came to fulfill the law. Go to that John. Go to John, what is that, 3 and 4? Go to John 3 and 4. And then once you go to John 3 and 4, I want you to get the Strong's Concordance, that word law. And then I want you to go all the way from that word, which is in the Greek, and I want you to go all the way down to the origins of that. Just to break it down, because there ain't no way around it, brothers and sisters. The Most High told us to do it, do it. And if we don't, we'll stay sinners. We'll stay sinners. Wait, listen to this. 1 John 3 and 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. What is sin?
For sin is the transgression of the law.
So let me show y'all how we study. How you study to prove yourself worthy. If we was just in the New Testament and it says sin is transgression of the law, what law was it talking about? If God gave you a law and you go against it, it is sinning. Get that word in the Strong's Concordance for law. Give them that definition for the word law. You got it? I want y'all to break this down because if it was written in the Greek and written in the Hebrew, we're going to go and get a clear understanding of what that word law meant when those scribes wrote it in there. From the time period they were in. For them to understand it, for us to understand it. And when he said, and he cried out and he said with a stammering lip in another tongue, he'll speak to his people. So how we translated it into the English and what that word law meant. The word law.
G 458. Anomia. Illegality. Violation of law or generally wickedness.
Generally what?
Wickedness.
How do we understand and know what wickedness is? If it wasn't only for the law. I want you to go straight to that. you to go to, 459. Right?
Lawless, not subject to the Jew law. By implication, a Gentile, but positively wicked, without law, lawless, transgressor, unlawful, wicked.
How was somebody judged? That law was our what? Like the brother said, that law was our schoolmaster. So if that law was our schoolmaster, the only way that we could understand what sin was by that law. So that law goes all the way back to the Mosaic law. It's no way. It was when John was talking about it, that law straight goes back to the Mosaic law. They weren't talking about no new law. It wasn't no new law or wasn't no new understanding. It was all the same understanding. But like I said before, again, brothers and sisters, how are we free? How are we sitting here saying this is JuneTenth? How are we sitting up here saying that we are free as a people when mentally, spiritually, and physically we're still not free? We are all in need of a Savior. We are the brothers and the sisters from the Gathering of Christ Church. We thank you all for your time. With those brochures and things that you have, we have our information on there where you can reach out. I hope and I pray that the Most High have brothers and sisters that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear and understand in these last days that we are back. The children of Israel are back. We will rise and we will be in communities and neighborhoods near you all summer long. God? Kwam Yasharallah!
Kwam Yasharallah!
Kwam Yasharallah!
Kwam Yasharallah!
Kwam Yasharallah!
Kwam Yasharallah!
Father.
Rise Israel!